Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Chris here from Esports News, back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to bring you guys a quick update on what happened yesterday during, of course, Friday's matches, as well as what you can expect going into today's matches, that being Saturday's matches. So yesterday, during Friday's matches, they were really good. We, of course, kicked things off with the LA Thieves taking on the Seattle Surge, and as I expected, it went 3-2 in favor of the LA Thieves. You guys know yesterday I said that there was potential that Surge win map 1 and 2 since they look strong in Surge, and that's what ended up happening. LA Thieves swept all the way through for the reverse sweep, and they looked really good. Excuse me. Seattle, of course, picked maps that favor them, map 1 and 2, and then Thieves 3, 4, and 5 heavily favor them. Checkmate, of course, was the hard point, and then the control was, I believe, raid. So, yeah, heavily favored Thieves in the latter half of the series, but Thieves definitely pulled it out, and they looked great in that showing. They could have won all 5 maps realistically. They just didn't play certain situations well, and that ended up being the difference that made the difference. Looking ahead to our last matchup of the day, we of course had the Ravens taking on Optic Chicago, and you guys know I said that Chicago would take it either 3-0 or 3-1. I was leaning more towards the 3-1, and that's what ended up coming to fruition. Chicago took it 3-1. Of course, they did lose the control, and London looked really good on control, but Paul went absolutely insane. He had over 2 KD, I'm pretty sure. He might have had 3 or 4 KD in the control. He looked great. So London, they've definitely begun to cement themselves as a good control team lately. And of course, Optic, they handle business as we expected them to. So good takeaways for both teams going forward. London looked good in the hard points as well as the search. And then Optic, they just, handle business as they should. So going into today's matches, we kick things off with the Guerrillas taking on the Paris Legion. And the Guerrillas, of course, made a roster change recently, swapping out Chino for Vivid. I don't really know how I feel about the benching of Vivid. I mean, he was their best player pretty much all year long, not necessarily stats-wise, but in terms of how he impacted the game and how he really affected their play style and just them winning as a whole. He would always make the big plays. He had the most engagements on the map, and he was putting the most pressure on teams. So I don't know why they replaced their better sub, part of their sub duo with a player like Cheen who plays main AR primarily. So we'll see how that goes, but I think it made them even slower against a team like Paris that has been considerably sped up with the addition of Temp. I favor Paris in this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Paris side here. I think they take this series 3-2. I think it'll be a close one. I think Guerrillas will come out pretty hot. They most likely win map 1, Paris take map 2, Guerrillas take map 3, I think. Paris take map 4 in response, and then Paris take game 5 based on the momentum. I think Paris will be a pretty momentum-based team, to be honest with you, with Temp, Scraps on the roster, of course, Classic and Aqua. Those are 4 players who definitely go off the momentum. So I think if they win map 4, they definitely win map 5. That's why I see them winning 3-2. In our next matchup, we have the Florida Mutineers taking on the Minnesota Rokkr. I think this is a 3-1 for the Rokkr, even though the Florida Mutineers have looked a lot better recently. They played Toronto pretty tight. I think that the Rokkr are just a better team right now. And with the addition of Sandy, I just don't see the Florida Mutineers really matching up against a sub-duo of Attach and Sandy. Havoc and Neptune, I think that sub-duo will get better as the year goes on if they end up sticking with that iteration. But as it stands, I just don't think that that sub-duo can really match or surpass the Minnesota Rokkrs sub-duo. So that's why I have them taking it 3-1. I think Minnesota wins the opening hard point. I think they win the second search, and I think they lose control, win the second hard point to close it out, and that's the 3-1 series. In our last matchup of the day, we have Optic Chicago taking on the Seattle Surge. And I think this is another 3-1 in favor of Chicago. I think Chicago takes opening hardpoint. I think they take the Search and Destroy. And then I think Surge might bounce back and take control. Optic haven't been looking the best in control lately, but I think Surge definitely showed some improvements yesterday in their matchup against the Thieves, and I think that'll make the difference here. They did lose the control, but I think that they've made enough reasonable changes in terms of just their overall play style that they will take the control in this series. It'll surprise some of you, but I haven't really liked what I've seen from Chicago. They haven't been making the right play calls in the right moments on a lot of these control matches. And if it's checkmate control, I'm really not sure what we'll get from either side. But as long as Seattle avoids raid control, which they're 0-7 on now, I think they'll be fine. And I think they can take the control. I think they've been making a lot of improvements in it, and you can really see it. It hasn't resulted in enough wins, but they're going to break through soon enough, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, I'll just about wrap it up for me. A quick recap. I'm thinking Paris Legion 3-2, Minnesota Rokkr 3-1, and Optic Chicago 3-1 to close out the day. And that'll just about wrap it up for me. I'll be bringing you guys another video tomorrow, giving you an update on what you can expect going into Sunday's matches, and of course a recap of what happened today. So yeah, guys, be sure to stay tuned to the channel for that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Once again, this has been Chris from Fake Sports News. Hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.